I go back to something that I went with right off the top, Purple. And that is a text sent to our producer from Spud at 7 a.m. this morning. Get me on early so I can get our show off to a flyer. So 12:35 it is. This is the Wobble market that you set up every year.
Yeah, look, the summer's been a big one for a lot of the media guys, and Hutchie's always in there.
Right.
But he's down the bottom of the market at the moment. Saw Hutchie at a function three weeks ago, and I said, how you going? Yeah, we're going well. He said, yeah, I'm going well. And I said, why is that, mate? He said, I've lost 10 kilos. Now, he must have lost it in his eyelashes, I reckon.
Oh, come on, Spud.
He seriously is going to be an ambassador for that new that old show, Embarrassing Bodies.
Oh, no.
Now, Hutchie, learn to say no at the dinner table.
Oh, 10 kilos down.
No, Spud, he's actually doing very well.
Don't stick up. JB?
Oh, how am I? Every year, Spud.
Now,
I'm a triple, I'm a Hall of Famer.
But you're down the bottom of the market because we're sick of you flogging around with Slats and Nico and Warney. The cricket was a disaster. Let's face it, West Indies, you're not going to have them again.
Summer of domination it was.
Yeah, but you and Nico was sort of apart. Now I just sense there's a bit of love because it was hosting and all. Yeah,
Indian 50 over games. I think 3 million. A couple ticked over into Spud. It's just it's a phenomenon.
Yeah, it is, and that's why your brand was going up till today's footy record, JB. Because in page 10 or 11, BT, the footy's top 50 movers and shakers. Yeah. And, you know, obviously Gil on top and Eddie, 1 and 2. Yep. Ed'd be a little bit disappointed he wasn't 1, but anyway, got to build that bridge and get over yourself, Ed. We go down here, you've got Stephen Goff. Does a great job here, Goffy. He's at 21. He's the chief executive of the Melbourne Cricket Club, Brian.
Hasn't fixed the car park issue.
No, but he does a pretty good job. So he's number 21, Brian. You've got Koshy, the chairman of Port Adelaide, at 26.
Gee. Getting down.
Yeah, Daniel Andrews, not sure what he does with footy.
Daniel Andrews?
Yeah, he's 33, the Premier.
He has no contribution to footy whatsoever.
I wouldn't, but they put him in 33. They must want another grant or something, the footy record for some reason. But Walker Campbell, AFL umpires manager, he comes in at 36.
Boss of the rules.
That's a great effort because I think the umpiring since Cambo's took over.
Good guy.
But I would have thought umpires, if you don't talk about them, they're doing a good job. So I don't think they had to put him in at 36, but they probably needed to pump him up a little bit.
And he might have taken over rather than tooken over.
Yeah. Looking at Brian. Okay, I'm going to be on Brian watch for the next couple of weeks.
So what's your points?
No, my point
is a big build-up, Spud.
Yeah, my point is Ken Wood, total player payments. Great fella, Kenny.
What number?
39, but look, he'd talk a glass eye to sleep, Ken. Yeah. He's as boring as...
Got a bit of Damo on him.
And you go down the list, you've got, Brett Clothier and Sheeds. And number 50 is North Melbourne chairman, host of the footy show. The last on the list. So you've scraped in with a lot of guys that aren't...
So that's anti-wobble. That's humility and not making it about yourself.
No, you make it about yourself.
Well, how can I if I'm in 50?
This page has been ripped out of your footy record. You didn't want it read.
I didn't have a footy record.
You didn't. Hey, you ripped it out. Look. I saw you rip it out and throw it down. I thought, what's that?
I wear that as a badge of honour, Spud. Walk quietly, carry a big stick. That's what happens. Because I don't make it about myself like half of these flogs. That's why I'm down there.
Oh, look, he's angry with it, Brian.
So JB, he's carrying the big stick now.
Big stick, bristle. And smacking blokes with it. So that takes me off the wobble page.
No, it doesn't. Then we've got the Warrior. We've got Access Warriors, we've got Confidential, we've got the Rub, we've got Thursday Night Footy Show, Sunday Night Footy Show.
Bunbury.
And, just outside of Ballarat.
What'd you find?
You've got regional... Footy's Regional Roadshow.
This is in the paper.
Yeah, the boys are coming to town. This was front and square in Ballarat.
Full page.
No, mate, they put the Eureka flag down and put this up because I wanted more people there.
Yeah.
Headline acts. The number one headline act was Damien Barrett.
Come on.
Then you've got Sam Newman, Billy and Gaz and Jono. But Damien Barrett's name's first. Give us your first one-liner at these functions because I've got a few mates go there.
Let's deal with the straight stuff.
You have got ahead of yourself, mate. You demanded that, so...
did I?
Now, you're about $2.20 now. This guy's $1.45.
Who?
I've thrown the duck in at about $2.10, but Cameron Ling has
How's Linger got in there?
Yeah, well, he's got his show on a weekend.
The Weekender and all that
Lingy's
crap.
big weekend in Melbourne or something it's called. Lingy's show.
The Weekender.
Melbourne Weekender, I think.
Yeah.
Now, Dennis Committee Friday night has a great segment.
You're not putting Dennis in.
No,
Not
not at
putting the
all,
tonsils
because he's
in.
our boy. But they talk about the 89 grand final. Infamous. Dermot Brereton,
Yes.
Abbott's kicked 9. Dipper's punch and lungs.
Yates off the line.
Lingy now got a happy way, which is getting ahead of himself, to bring himself into a story that had nothing to do
He
with.
hasn't taken himself back to 1989, has he?
Have a listen to this.
I was a little 8-year-old redheaded kid at the Ponsford stand end, about 3 rows from the back. Cameron Ling watching that.
Yes.
I can still clearly remember the greatest grand final I've ever been to. Forget about the ones I actually played in or anything like that. That was just 2 teams playing phenomenal footy. I loved that, though.
Did you have red hair as a kid?
I did, yeah. Funny that.
Well, I was actually 18 and played 4 games in '89 and got to quarter time and thought, this is a rubbish game. Hawthorn are going to win this easy, and went home and watched it on TV so I could
Good
listen
for
to
you.
it.
I'm not going to have a go at Duck too much because I've got
No,
to
I
work with
wouldn't
him
do
about
that,
an hour. But, Lingy, we all know you've got red hair. Lingy, we all know you put in there a couple of premierships you played in. We all know that,
Captain
mate.
of them.
Yeah, captain of them.
Yes.
No one gives a stuff. Lingy, we want to hear about Ablett and Brereton and the drama.
But he's sitting in the second back row.
He spoke for 2 minutes, and a minute 35 he talked about himself. So he's on Wobble Watch big time,
Oh,
Lingy.
really?
I reckon he's got ahead of himself.
Jeez.
Got his own show on a weekend other than footy, and I reckon that's when you go to a different genre. You start to sort of have love bites in the mirror. So beware. Now, this guy,
He's a good friend of ours, and I
Yeah.
don't like that being.
I'm a good friend of him too,
Right.
but you need to bring them
Go
down.
on.
Howie, our boy.
Howie.
Yeah, Big Bash, he's had a great summer.
Yes.
But we don't have to hear it every time you come to our sort of senses, Howie. He says, oh, yeah, I could get a job all around the world now.
Oh, yeah.
Commentating on the Big Bash because I did such a good job. Mate, the only reason you would get a job 12 months of the year, you little tapeworm, is dagging out Flintoff's rectum, Howie. So, mate...
Well, why doesn't he just go off and do the Big Bash around the world then? He's getting $50
Well,
a
he
year.
He
might
does a
think he'll
great
have a
job
good
with
job.
us, Howie, on the boundary.
He does, but he gets the big, obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
At the Grand Prix on the
Big
weekend.
names.
And Big Arnie, let's face it, he's hanging in there, Arnie. You know?
Oh, now you're taking Arnie
no,
down.
No, he's a bag. He's turned into a bag of rust.
Listen to
Big
this.
Arnie.
Come on, Spud.
He's not that big an interviewer, I wouldn't have thought. But Howie made sure he had a photo with Big Arnold. Now, JB,
That's a reasonable get for mine.
I would have thought so too.
Speaking of Lingy taking it back,
Yeah.
you're drawing this segment out.
Long
so
no,
it's
I'm
taking
not.
a
I'm
long
getting
time.
punchy
Right
now. Now, but only Howie gets to another genre with Lewis Hamilton. Great driver, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
Have a listen to Howie's interview.
Are you getting any waves, mate?
Sorry?
Are you getting any waves?
Waves?
Waves.
Oh, no, I haven't. I wish I could.
I went to your wave pool in Dubai a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, did?
It was all right.
Oh, to that place that we stayed at?
Yeah, out in the desert, yeah.
Howie,
No.
Lewis Hamilton, give us stuff that you surf, mate. Ask the questions the viewer wants to hear, mate.
Cover yourself in grease and
Yeah.
slide up there, Howie.
God, Howie, you half a wanker now.
Listen to
Oh,
Spud.
you
Who
tuggenator.
else?
He's gone into $1.25. Now, this guy's just about unbackable.
Right.
Right, he used to live in Brisbane.
Yes.
Played a lot of footy up there. Triple
Yes.
premiership guy. Good
Legend.
country boy.
He could hurt you.
Magnificent.
We love him. But now that he's sort of entered down into our area,
Yes.
he's on a station, what is it, Nova FM or something?
Nova.
No.
Nova. This guy's turned into a talking machine.
Oh,
Mate, he's a microphone hog. Who?
careful.
Jonathan Brown.
Oh,
No, Brownie.
One of our all-time favourites.
Mate, there's 3 on your show of a morning. Breathe.
Oh.
Breathe.
Oh.
You have got an art now, Brownie. You've taken over from Malcolm Blight and Dermot Brereton.
What do you mean by that?
Of bringing any story back to himself. So taking over from Blighty and Dermot.
Listen to Spud.
Take a deep breath. We know you've got wood in your pants, mate. We know you're excited you're down here in Victoria. Mate, just bring it back. You're a good country boy. You've got ahead of yourself.
Spud.
You reckon he's taking those blue tablets so he doesn't fall out of bed?
There's no doubt, Brian. There's no doubt Brownie is...
I tell you what.
He listens to this.
I would love Brownie Bristle to walk in here and grab hold of Warren
No.
Treadray and spear him
Warren
into the
Treadray. Don't you tip into that shit.
Warren Treadray.
You've got
Spud,
Warren Treadray's shoulders. Look
What's
at you.
happened to you, Spud?
I'm all right.
You're like a missile.
Yeah, well, I'll have a crack at you, Brian. I'll be like, use your head as a speedball at the moment.
Don't
Fiat
cry.
I've
Jet
got something on
Tato.
you too, Spud, but
Yeah,
I'll,
that's right.
I'll
Now-
save
Get to
it.
that.
I'll save it for another week.
Now, in a couple of weeks, and you know you have to do your homework.
Oh, now he wants wrap-up time.
No, I don't. Someone has been disingenuous
Right.
in this room, and I've got to verify it, because if I go with it and it's wrong, I'll be up for defamation.
Paul
So
Ruse,
I know you're
waiting,
looking at
Spud,
me.
so stop talking.
No, Louis.
For the fair Ducato.